Hello, everybody, and welcome to 8-man Division I State Championship Football on Smoky Hills Public Television. I'm Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz. It's the Hodgeman County Longhorns and the Osborne Bulldogs. Larry, a lot of history for Hodgeman County with Jetmore and Hanston. Osborne only one state title game, but this should be a heck of a game today.
Yeah, well, you know, the Hodgeman, they took care of those Huxley Indians 58-26 to get here, and Osborne they played Clifton Clyde twice this year. Once early in the year, got him real easy, and this last time had a short field, type thing, and it was a nail-biter crew down the wire, 42-34, the right to beat here today in Newton, Kansas, here at Fisher Field, and they're well coached, and of course, like you said, Jetmore and Hanston back in the 80s and 90s. My goodness gracious, they got 8 state championships combined between Hanston and Jetmore, and like at least 4 runner-ups, if I believe. I mean, that's incredible legacy from the Jerry Slayton times for the Hanston Elks, and of course Kevin Ayers got them kind of started, in the early for Jetmore. So it's incredible for their side. And Steve Turner, another way, used to be at B&B, got them going, and now he's got his Osborne here, an 8-man, first time ever here in an 8-man game. It'll be a great game.
You look at Osborne, very powerful in the backfield. You got Jake Tiernan at quarterback, then you have the running back combo. Those guys can really get after it and speed down the field.
Jubalaker and that LaRock, that Maverick LaRock and old Kitten, man, they can bring the heat to you, and they're not hit. Of course, heck, Maverick LaRock, his dad was played for Plainville back in there, so he understands that. He's come. He's really did a lot of improvement this year too, so he's in there.
Hodgeman County, likewise, Alex Krager, Colt Washburn. Really, those are the keys.
Watch them in that game. They did everything. The old quarterback, old Krager, Alex, he does a great job, and Colt Washburn, you give him any space, he's gone. That's like a track meet on a gridiron with them.
It's going to be a fun one here at Fisher Field in Newton. When we come back, we'll have more, including we'll talk to both of the head coaches in today's game. It's Hodgeman County and Osborne right here on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Pre-game of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Midway Co-op Association has been serving area producers since 1908, offering 12 locations throughout 4 counties in north central Kansas with grain elevators, service stations, or feed mills. Proud supporters of Smoky Hills Public Television.
It's the 8-man Division I State Championship game. We're now joined by the head coach of the Hodgeman County Longhorns, Matt Hausman. And Coach, congratulations on making it to the state title game. First time for Hodgeman County as a combined school.
Yeah, we're very excited. First time with the Jetmore and Hanston passed, and then so it's nice to put it together and get here as a county.
You guys faced Hoxie in the sub-state championship game, a good ball club. You guys dominated that ball game. What was the key for you guys to get here?
We didn't really dominate early in the game. At halftime, I wasn't feeling comfortable. I maybe had a 1 or 2 touchdown lead, and they came out and closed the gap. And so, really, they just got in the game to where they were just pushing to get back in it. And so we got some quick scores off of that. It was a lot closer than the score indicated, but really we just tackled well and blocked well. Our offensive line took over that game.
12-0. Alex Krager really leads this offense. What's the key for your offensive success today?
Offensive line will be the same, just like it's been all year. We played Fowler the first week of the season. It's offensive line. Alex Krager takes advantage of what the offensive line gives him. Colt Washburn can do the same. So that'll be the key.
When you look at Osborne, what do you see in them?
No, they got a lot of talent, a lot of skill players. The backfield, quarterback, and their end are 4 of the best that we've seen in those positions. So it's going to be very tough to contain them.
Coach, good luck today against Osborne.
Thank you.
That's Hodgeman County head coach Matt Hausman. We'll have more from Fisher Field when we return.
Pre-game of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Midway Co-op Association has been serving area producers since 1908, offering 12 locations throughout 4 counties in north central Kansas with grain elevators, service stations, or feed mills. Proud supporters of Smoky Hills Public Television.
Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton. It's the Osborne Bulldogs and the Hodgeman County Longhorns in the 8-man Division I State Championship game. We're now joined by the head coach of the Osborne Bulldogs, Steve Tiernan. Coach, congratulations on being here. It's been a long time for Osborne football to be in a state title game.
Yeah, 30 years to be exact. I mean, and you can tell, the community's excited. I think we'll have a good crowd here today. We really appreciate their support, and hopefully make them proud.
What's been the key to the success for your team this year to make it to this point?
Probably as much as anything, just staying healthy. You know, it was one of those years you come into it and say, I think we've got an opportunity to be pretty good, but it's going to come right down to, can we stay healthy? Can we keep guys on the field? If somebody does go down, we have somebody that's going to come in and replace them. And somehow, knock on wood, so far we've just managed to stay healthy.
I know one of the things you want out of your offense is for your guys to block to the whistle and to make sure they block the whole play. How important is that to get an extra 1, 2, 3 yards or even break a big one?
Oh, very. I mean, we've got some backs that, you know, if you just stay on that block for just another quarter of a second, that can break it. We've got some speed in the backfield, so obviously helps. And our line most all year, including going to be again today, has just been outsized. I mean, 20, 30, 40 something. But last week or 2 weeks ago, we were 100 pounds with one guy. I mean, we're undersized, but boy, they just play their tail off and they go hard and they do the best they can.
Hodgeman County, a lot of history with Hanston, and then again Jetmore in the state title game, first time as a combined school. Well, what do you see in the Longhorns, and what do you have to do against them?
Oh, just like I've said all week, do what got us here. You know, it's the 13th game. We played, 12 up to this point. We're not going to change a ton of things. We're not going to do a lot of things different. Just do what got you here and play your tail off, play as hard as you can, stop their run, and, at the end of the game, have fun, but look up at the scoreboard and see if we won or not. Coach,
good luck today against Hodgeman County.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Steve Tiernan of the Osborne Bulldogs. We'll have more from Fisher Field and Newton when we return.
Pre-game of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Midway Co-op Association has been serving area producers since 1908, offering 12 locations throughout 4 counties in north central Kansas with grain elevators, service stations, or feed mills. Proud supporters of Smoky Hills Public Television.
Welcome back to Fisher Field and Newton. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jantz, the Osborne Bulldogs and the Hodgeman County Longhorns in the 8-man Division I state championship game. And tell you what, Larry, the stands are full, the weather is brisk, and we're ready for state championship football.
Yeah, it's a little chilly weather today. Maybe a high of 35 here. Supposed to be around kickoff time. I don't know if it's reached that or not, but it's going to be the kids after the first 2 or 3 hits. It's all just another football game, 13th one for all of them.
I'll tell you what, Osborne 12-0, Hodgeman County 12-0. Osborne had a close call last week, and as you mentioned, in the win over Clifton Clyde, a game they'd won by 48 earlier in the year. They win by 8 over Clifton Clyde, and you got to think the Bulldogs maybe took a lesson from that game as we're getting ready to kick off with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was Clifton Clyde plays that single wing, and Russ Steinbrock does a great job with them up there, so it's tough to hang on. I was coming back, listening to the ball game, and they had to get a 2-point extra point, tied up 34-all, and then last minute, that's of course when they punched it out there and they punched their efforts to get here to Newton today for this championship. Now they're ready to kick off to the old Hodgeman County Longhorns.
Brant Walters will tee it up for the Bulldogs. Back deep to receive it is Alex Krager. Walters, the 190-pound junior. Krager, the 165-pound senior. We're set and ready to go, and the kick is up. It's in the air. It's going to be deep, and it is going to be into the end zone. It will be a touchback. So using a little bit of that wind that's coming out of the east here in Newton, it'll be first down and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Hodgeman County Longhorns. Alex Krager, the senior, will start at quarterback. Kelby Culver in the backfield. Colt Washburn back there. The center is Trevor Briggs, 295-pound sophomore. Brennan Harms will line up on the left side. Zach Shue on the right side. And then the ends, Will Crable and David Nuss. We're set and ready to go. It's going to be a keeper for Krager. He goes left side. He's going to be hit. Alan Mick in there on the tackle underneath, and over the top is going to be Shane Hendrickson. It's a pickup of 3 yards on first down.
I think right there beginning, they just kind of make it easy. Don't want to risk a handoff this brisk weather, so just have the quarterback sneak bow Alex Krager and made that them 3. Brings up second about 7 yards here, Jeremy.
And these kids have never played in a state championship football game before, so you mentioned wanting to make it easy. They're going to go right side. There's a pitch to the outside to Washburn. Akers out there makes the tackle. It's going to be a pickup of a yard on the play, and that's going to be key today for Osborne, Larry, is when Hodgeman County gets to the edge, whether it's Washburn or Krager, that the Bulldogs are able to string it out and get the tackles.
Well, and of course, the number one, he's number 2 tackler all year long was Kenton Jubelaker, number 5. He's had 104 tackles all year, 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, and he showed why he's playing a good safety.
3rd down and 5 early. They're going to go I formation. They're going to give it to Washburn. He's hit immediately. He's going to be brought down. In on the play is Colin Berkeley. Brant Walters busted that thing up in the backfield, though, and Hodgeman County facing 4th and 5 in a punting situation early.
That was a great job by Colin Berkeley. He's had 14 tackles this year, fumble recovery. Number 44, 180-pound senior. Of course, helped that by Shane Hendrickson, 180-pound junior. But 72 tackles all year leading up to this game.
Kyle Hayes will punt the football away back just inside his own 30-yard line as Jubelaker. Hayes punting into the wind. Gets a snap and just did get it away. It's going to bounce. Jubelaker's going to watch it roll out of bounds around the 31 or the 32-yard line. 10-12 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Osborne and Hodgeman County. So Osborne gets the field position at their own 32-yard line.
And just as you mentioned, Jeremy, Brant Walters almost jumped up in the air and almost got part of a hand on that football, almost could have blocked it. He's had 112 tackles all year long. Number 2, 190-pound junior for the Osborne Bulldogs, Brant Walters.
1st down and 10 for Osborne. Jake Tiernan, the sophomore quarterback, the son of head coach Steve Tiernan. He's going to hand it off right up the middle to LaRock, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. In on the tackle for Hodgeman County, Zach Shue in there, as well as Brennan Harms and Alex Krager from his safety position coming up to help make the play.
There's a little crossbuck action in there, a little slant off, a little misdirection there. It was a great job by that Maverick. He's a bull in the china closet. What you don't, he'll just rumbled and made 5.
They're going to give it left side to Jubelaker this time. Breaks the tackle into Hodgeman County territory. And a 1st down at the 37-yard line.
Little crossbuck action and good job in there by, of course, Kenton Jubelaker. 163 carries this year for 1,371 yards and 24 touchdowns. And he almost had another one, didn't he?
That is going to be huge. One thing Hodgeman County wants, they want to make Osborne run inside. The Bulldogs doing it so far. Now Tiernan keeps it, goes to the outside, leans forward. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 7. 2nd down and 3. A nice run by Tiernan, the sophomore quarterback.
Now, of course, Kenton Jubelaker comes over and got the next play by Steve Tiernan, the head coach, and now we're going to come up here with 2nd and maybe a long 3.
Bulldogs don't waste any time getting to the line of scrimmage. There's Jubelaker again, pushes forward. He's going to be close to the 1st down, but judging by the near side spot, he's going to be just short. Picked up a couple on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 7. Now comes over here. Jake comes over to talk to his dad and find out what the brain trust called on this next play here. 3rd and less than 1 yard to go for a 1st down. Keep the chains moving. That's what they're going to do.
Carson Cahoon in at a linebacker position. They're going to be giving it to LaRock up the middle. He is going to do the hard work down inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line.
Just a good job off that left guard between him and that end, and he had that there thing made, and then his extra effort kept his legs a driving, and they made that 1st down by a bunch.
8:30 to go, first quarter, no score. Hodgeman County went 3 and out on their first possession. Osborne ran 5 plays, picked up 2 first downs. LaRock going to get it again. He's going to go up the middle, and Hodgeman County is right there to make the tackle. Brennan Harms in on the play. Alex Krager, also Will Crable from his linebacker position. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 12.
Well, they did a great job stuffing that run right then. They had that there, a lot of game film watching on that one there, catching Maverick LaRock, the old fullback in that set.
2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs. To pass is Tiernan. LaRock open over the middle, inside the 10.
Scored.
5, touchdown Osborne. Boy, they took him by surprise there from 25 yards out. Maverick LaRock with his 3rd receiving touchdown on the season with 7:44 to go first quarter. It's 6-0 Bulldogs.
That's a great job. Of course, Mavericks had 20 receptions all year long for 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, so that's his 3rd one, and what a time to get one here in the state championship game. And, of course, he's carrying the ball 145 carries this year for 1,218 yards and 24 touchdowns. So That's his 27th touchdown all time, all year long. And here we go.
Now it's going to be a pass into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. A little halfback pass from Ubelaker to Brant Walters with 7:44 to go in the first quarter. Osborne takes their first drive, marches 48 yards, and they convert on a 25-yard touchdown pass right here to Maverick LaRock. Nobody around him. 8-0. A great start for the Bulldogs, Larry Jans.
Absolutely. And of course, that Brant Walters has been a key receiver for him all year long. He had 38 receptions for 641 yards, 14 touchdowns, and now he got that 2-point extra point to put him up there 8-0 right now, and it's still early. So now we've got to find out what kind of can the Longhorns come back, Jeremy? Can they come, the old Hampton Oak tradition, the Jetmore Longhorn tradition? We'll see what the heck they're made out of here on this second series, or the second time they've touched the ball.
They're going to need to sustain a drive here early. It's cold. They're going into the wind. They do not want to have to play from behind against this Bulldog team, because as we've seen Steve Tiernan teams in the past, they will put it on you and put it on you quick.
Yeah, and in that sub-state game, they only passed the ball 3 times all night long, see? So they're not used to having to put the ball in the air, even though they won 58-26 over Hoxie. Here we go.
Walters with the kick. It looks like it's going to be returnable for Krager from the 4. He goes right side. He's going to be hit and dropped by Ubelaker. Great coverage on the play for the Bulldogs. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Hodgeman County as they start drive number 2 from their own 14-yard line. Boy, this Osborne team, we talked about the speed. Coach Hausman talked about the speed. It not only applies on offense, but defensively, special teams.
And of course, Longhorns got a lot of speed too if they can get them out in the open.
And there's some of that speed right there. In on the carry was Landon Henning with his first carry of the ball game. The senior up across the 20. And he's going to pick up nearly 7 yards. We'll call it a pickup of 6, 2nd down and 4.
And Lennon Hennings, 161-pound senior, had 23 carries all year long for 279 yards and 4 touchdowns. And he almost broke that one there once he got off that guard and that end on the left side of the play. They're just on a little dive play.
So again, it's going to be Henning and Washburn in the backfield. And it is going to be a quarterback keeper this time, looking for the read play, and Krager is going to pick up a couple on the play. We'll call it a pickup of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Little zone read there by quarterback Alex Krager, 165-pound senior. He's had 204 carries this year for over almost 1,800 yards and 32 touchdowns. That's how quick that kid is.
3rd down and 1, a big play for Hodgeman County. It's going to be Krager again, and he is blasted in the backfield. Walters and Ubelaker there. Shane Hendrickson as well to make sure he didn't go any further. A loss of 1 on the play. And I think that's fantastic film study and reading the play right there by the Bulldog defense.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was thinking. I said, man, they let those first 2 linemen go, or first 2 backs, let them go because they had that smelled out, that play.
And Hodgeman County back in punt formation. Hayes will be back. Ubelaker's not buying it. He doesn't step back. Hayes is going to get the punt away and gets a pretty good one. Looking for a roll. He's going to have it inside the 20, inside the 15. It is still rolling inside the 10, and will be down at the 8-yard line. So Kyle Hayes took a low snap, didn't have a rush, got it away, got the roll. And now Hodgeman County's defense has a chance to flip this field position for the Longhorns.
That's why Coach Hausman has him punting that ball. Him and Oliver Salmons, Mason Salmons, the brain trust for the Jetmar Longhorns. They fumbled that ball. It's a good thing they didn't have a rush on her, because it happened the last time that Grant Walters almost blocked the punt.
1st and 10 for Osborne. They're going to give it to Tiernan's going to keep it on a read play out across the 10.
That's
to about the 13-yard line.
That's a good fake, wasn't it, the rock up there? About faked everybody out, including us.
Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Osborne, very balanced. Bulldogs will let Tiernan keep it, Ubelaker, LaRock. And when you have a 3-headed monster like that in the backfield, it is tough to cover him up defensively. 2nd and 5, there's the pitch to Ubelaker. He's going to be hit and slung down in the backfield. Culver in on the tackle. Kelby Culver, the 168-pound senior. It's going to be a pickup of 1 yard on the play, 3rd down and 4.
Kelby Culver's he's a 168-pound senior. Had 28 tackles leading up this year, and of course he's a good lead blocker when he's on the offense side of the ball, and he showed you there. He's a good, tough kid there playing nose guard for the Longhorns.
3rd down and 4. Ubelaker split to the near side. Tiernan to throw over the middle. Walters has it. Complete. A 1st down. And we'll see where they mark it. And it is going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Needed 3.5 and got 4, so move the sticks.
So Osborne has thrown the football a couple of times. One, a 25-yard touchdown pass, and another one, a 4-yard pass to keep the drive going. So they've dug themselves out of the hole, and now we'll see if they open things up. Tiernan to LaRock. Still on his feet, runs hard. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Washburn on the tackle for Hodgeman County, but when Maverick LaRock gets that deep into this defense, it is going to be awfully tough to stop this Osborne team. 7 yards on 1st down.
Maverick LaRock, he's the real deal. He's a pretty solid boy. He runs, kept them legs moving. They first hit him up there, and I think just because his determination, he got another 5 yards just after he got his first hit.
They'll split the backfield this time. LaRock will go in motion. They're going to throw a little flare screen out there to Ubelaker, who spins and makes the man miss. And that's going to be a pickup of 5 yards and a 1st down for Osborne on the flare pass.
A great little job by Jake Tiernan, that 180-pound sophomore. He's passed 93 out of 120 passes this year. That's doggone good percentage for 1,461 yards, 24 touchdowns by the air, and only had 5 interceptions out of 120 throws all year long. So he's making percentage passes so far today.
In a good play design, you get LaRock in motion and have him out there as a lead blocker. 1st and 10, just outside the 30. They're going to throw it again, looking for Walters. Dumps it out there, just beyond his hand, incomplete. Crable on the coverage for Hodgeman County. So the Longhorns were in position. It would have taken a perfect pass for that one to be complete. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, they had good coverage in there by the Longhorns that time, and just barely outside the stretched hands of Brant Walters. So now he brings up 2nd down and still got 10 yards for the Bulldogs on their own 30-yard line.
8-0, Osborne with the lead. Their 2nd possession of the ball game. 3:20 to go. It's going to be Tiernan. He's on the run. The sophomore quarterback at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. A 47-yard carry, and it's 1st and goal, Osborne.
That's a good zone rig, good fake up front, that dive play, and then he showed you what he's worth there. Old Jake did a great job running to the outside.
And again, when you sit there and you look at LaRock, you look at Ubelaker, because you have to. And then all of a sudden, you think they fake LaRock, they fake Ubelaker, and next thing you know, there's Tiernan as he gets knocked out of bounds on the replay.
They'll go back to either LaRock right now and Ubelaker there in a split back set.
They're going to keep it to Tiernan. He goes right side. He's going to be hit and dropped. The ball's on the ground. I think Hodgeman County has it. There's a fumble. It's recovered by the Longhorns. Colt Washburn on the recovery for Hodgeman County. And a huge break in this one as Tiernan fumbles it at the goal line.
That was awesome. It looked like he stretched out to try to get to extra yards, and before his knees hit the ground, why they jarred it loose. And so now we got Hodgeman County Longhorns taking over deep in their own territory.
We'll see if the Longhorns can get a big play here. They just did it defensively. It's going to be a pitch out. Washburn looking for the edge. He has the edge. He's still on his feet, cutting it back across the grain. Look out! He is on the run at midfield and is going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. They'll mark it at the 33.
It was a great job
45
by him.
yards.
What a job by Colt Washburn. My goodness gracious, he had 109 carries all year long for 941 yards, 10 touchdowns, and he showed you why. Of course, he even had 10 receptions for 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that kid's fast. You get him out in open territory like you just saw there, and he can make the wheels turn.
1st down and 10. My, how momentum has changed. Krager on the run. He's hit. He is battling forward. He's going to pick up 7. Mick and Tiernan on the tackle for Osborne.
That's a great job there by Alex Krager, getting those extra yards there, and that brings up second and less than 2. He's had 204 rushes for almost 1,800 yards and 32 touchdowns this year for the Longhorns.
There's a give coming left side. A nice run that time by Henning. He's going to be very close to the first down.
I think they'll move the sticks.
And
it's close.
They're looking. That's really, really close. I think they're going to have to measure. Nope, they're going to say first down. So pick up a 3 yards and a first down by Henning. 8-0 the lead for Osborne. Our score bug brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County.
Yeah, they're wearing the old white hat there. Is old Randy Richter, umpires David Richter, linesman Doug Richter, Jared Rudy, and Jared Martin.
And there is Krager on the run, battling towards the first down. He is very close. See where they mark it. It is a pickup of 10 yards for Alex Krager. And it is a first down for Hodgeman County.
Great determined run, wasn't it? Mercy.
I'll tell you what, the momentum in this ball game is completely flipped. Osborne was 3 yards away from taking a 2-touchdown lead. They fumbled the football. Now Hodgeman County knocking on the door. There's an option to right side. Washburn gets a lead block and then gets blasted by Brant Walters. He's going to be just shy of the 7-yard line, or right at the 7. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play, or 6, second down and 4.
There's a great read there, great option there. You know, they just come up there and the lineman come at him, so he pitched to the tailback and made good yards.
Just over a minute to go, first quarter. 8-0, Osborne with the lead. And we have our first flag of the ball game. It's going to be a false start against Hodgeman County.
Unfortunately, that's going to move it back to about the 12-yard line.
And you get the ball this deep, and then even the 5-yard penalties, which sometimes maybe seem insignificant, that puts you in a little bit of a bind offensively. It's going to be second down and a long 9 now for Hodgeman County.
Yeah, Coach Matt Hausman said the controls for him, control the line of scrimmage, no turnovers, and few penalties. Well, if that's the key, we just had one penalty that we hope it didn't hurt him.
And now it's going to be Krager. Gets to the outside, trying to break tackles, and Brant Walters holds on, Jake Tiernan holds on for dear life. And that's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 11.
And Jake Tiernan, the 180-pound sophomore, he's had 42 tackles all year, 3 interceptions, and he did a great job of reading that play there and stuffing them out there for just maybe a half-a-yard loss. So now, because maybe a passing play, and Hodgeman only sold 3 pass plays all last game.
They're going to keep it with Krager. He goes up the gut. Going to be hit and dropped. Hendrickson on the tackle for Osborne inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. So a pickup of 5 on the play, and that will bring up fourth down and goal. A 5-yard gain on the play. The first quarter is over. We played one quarter from Fisher Field in Newton. We have a good one on our hands, folks. The 8-man Division I championship game. Osborne 8, Hodgeman County nothing. We're back after this on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Presentation of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. MAP Incorporated, providing crop insurance to America's farmers and ranchers since 2000. You deserve the best. Midwest Ag Professionals, Crop Insurance, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Osborne Parts and Equipment, your local Toro and Bush hog snowblower and lawnmower dealer. Proud supporter of Osborne Athletics. Best of luck at State. You deserve to live life pain-free. Every patient receives the individual attention they deserve at Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Visit phillipstherapy.net. Washburn Project Management and Inspection, Jetmore. Hodgeman County Booster Club. AV Energy, Dodge City. Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Dodge City. Moore Buick Chevrolet, Osborne. Osborne Industries, Osborne. Farmers State Bank, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency. ADM Grain, Jetmore. Jetmore Food Center. The Farmers Bank, Osborne. Osborne County Schools. Hodgeman County Community Health Center and Clinics. Spearville Medical Clinic. Occupational Health Services, Danny and Stacy Briggs. Gerard's, Osborne. Pride Ag Resources, Jetmore and Hanston. USD 227, Hodgeman County Public Schools. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore. Deach and Hardman Law Office, Osborne.
Back at Fisher Field in Newton, it is a cold day. Here in the heartland of Kansas, Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jans. 8-0 Osborne with the lead. The Bulldogs had the ball, getting ready to go up by 2 scores, fumble the ball. Hodgeman County is taking it from the 2-yard line. They have it all the way down to the Osborne 8. They face 4th down and 6. It's going to be a big play.
Yes, it is. So the end of the quarter came at a good time because they almost probably going to have to call timeout anyway to kind of get the brain trust. Get Oliver Salmons, Mason Salmons, Matt Hausman over there to see what they're going to call now for the Longhorns, huh?
They need to get it down just inside the 3-yard line for a first down. So just inside the 3, about where the outer goalie box is on the soccer lines here at Fisher Field. They're going to go an empty backfield. Krager gets the Osborne offsides. Maverick LaRock jumped into the neutral zone. It's going to be a half the distance to the goal, so it's still going to be 4th down. But you like 4th down and 2 as opposed to 4th down and 7.
Absolutely. They kind of tricked old Maverick into jumping off the old nose guard. Had 67 tackles, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery all year, the 200-pound senior. But they got the 5 yards back now that they had lost earlier, huh? On the illegal procedure.
4th down and 2. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes Krager. He goes right side. Boy, I think he got it. Judging by the near side spot, I'm pretty sure he got the first down. He needed to get just inside the 3, and he just did get to almost the 2-yard line. So a pickup of 3 on the play for Krager. It's a first down and goal for Hodgeman County.
He went right off that 233-pound junior, Brandon Harms, number 42, his right guard, where he went off of that time.
Here we go. Krager is going to go left side this time. He gets hit and dropped. Alan Mick right there. Kept his outside contained, and he drilled Krager backwards. That's going to be a loss all the way back to the 5-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play.
Well, that's one of the keys by Coach Steve Turner was keys to the game defense was tackle the legs, read the keys, and do your job. Well, they did all of it. He tackled his legs, he read all the keys to the play, and did his job, stayed home, didn't he? 2nd down and goal from the 5. Hodgeman County will put some guys in the backfield. There's an option to the right side. Washburn cuts it in. He fumbles the football. Osborne's on it. The Bulldogs have recovered it. Washburn had it ripped right out of his arms, so just like that, the momentum switches back to Osborne. That might have been reception. I know Parks Walters, 135-pound junior, he was very excited about it, about recovering that there. 65 tackles, 1 interception, 2 fumble recoveries by number 8, Parks Walters.
There it is right there. And Brant Walters was on the football, so he recovered it. So now Osborne has the football back. So a couple of nice goal line stands by both defenses with 11:05 to go in the first half. 8-0 Osborne. Tiernan underneath center. He's going to give it up the middle to LaRock. Just looking for a little room as he spins forward out to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, they got a little breathing room in there. Great job by Maverick Rock and LaRock just on a quick hitter up the gut. Of course, here comes old Kenton Nubelaker bringing in the next play from Coach Steve Tiernan.
Osborne has the wind. The wind's kind of shifted a little bit. They're going to go right side with Jubelaker. He spins off some tackles. Brennan Harms in there on the tackle as well as Carson Cahoon. And it's going to bring up third down for Osborne from about the, I call it at the 9-yard line. So third down and 4 for the Bulldogs.
That kid in Jubelaker, he comes by that toughness. Quite naturally with his dad, Kenny, and of course his uncle, Doug Jubelaker. They've been there forever. Great athletes, and they played ball there, and now they're both in the school system.
Offset eye. Tiernan to throw it. Has a man open. LaRock has it. He's on the run. He breaks a tackle. There he goes. At midfield, the 30. Breaks another one. He's gone.
What a job.
Maverick LaRock. That's the way to do it if you're an Osborne Bulldog. 71 yards, and it is 14-0. And again, the momentum shifts in a huge way for Osborne.
No fumble. The whole mental part of the game. Great throw, and what a catch by Maverick this time. He had to kind of jump up, didn't he?
He had to go up to get that one a little bit, but he went up and got it, broke some tackles on his way to pay dirt, and Osborne gets a huge play following the Hodgeman County fumble.
And I'll guarantee he runs faster than his dad when his dad was that same age, because I remember him playing.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
There we go.
2-point conversion. They're going to pitch it out to Jubelaker.
He's
looking for the edge, and he has it. Getting Jubelaker scores on the 2-point conversion. And with 9:49 to go in the first half, the Osborne Bulldogs strike again. This time, again, it was LaRock on the receiving end of the Tiernan pass from 71 yards out. Look at the broken tackles. There's one, and here's the one that broke it the rest of the way as Krager was not able to bring him down, and LaRock scores. Larry Jantz, huge momentum shift.
Absolutely, and I thought maybe Alex Krager might catch LaRock because he's got good speed, but that just showed you the tenacity of old Maverick. I mean, he just kind of broke out the stiff arm there a little bit and wasn't going to be denied. I'm going to score. By golly, he did.
9:49 to go in the second quarter. It is 16-0 Bulldogs. You can see on our scorebug, brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Now Osborne will kick the football off. It will be Brant Walters and Alex Krager, who's not been able to get on track yet in this ball game, Larry. They have, and that's one thing that Steve Tiernan wanted to make sure that they tackled him, because we've seen how hard he runs, and they've done a good job, the Bulldogs have so far, of not only meeting him, tackling, but having some help.
Absolutely. Well, he kind of squib kicks this one.
And goes through one of the legs. Krager picks it up inside the 10, looks for the sideline. He has himself some running room. It is going to be brought down over on the far side. A nice special teams tackle for Osborne by Landon Lackey, the 5'10", 150-pound freshman. First and 10 from the 25 for Hodgeman County.
And like you said earlier, here they need to answer back, being down two scores. They need to kind of get a little bit of breathing room here. They got the 25-yard line now, see what they can do.
Shotgun formation. It's going to be a timeout called by Osborne. They saw something they didn't like, so they take a timeout as Hodgeman County comes out in a shotgun formation. Larry, well, if you're Hodgeman County, you want to put points on the board on this drive especially.
And that's the reason why they probably hadn't seen that formation that they come out there with split receivers both ways. It's just shotgun. And of course, Coach T. Sherman said, hey, we better get this thing defense properly. So he calls timeout.
Coach Colin Reiner out there coaching up the defense as well. And tell you what, he has worn shorts every game this year.
Yeah, he
said he wasn't going to break the tradition today.
No. I mean, it's done well this year. They're 12-0. He's wore shorts every game. Why change? I mean, he don't care if it's frigid cold out there today. 35 degrees if lucky.
Come game day, sometimes us football people can have a few screws loose.
Well, he's got more than just two loose, I think.
I said a few.
Yeah, and he'd admit that too.
Well, first down and 10 for Hodgeman County. They have the ball on the far side, and they are looking to make some hay, and they will go with the shotgun formation. Split to the far side is Tyler Morgan, the 152-pound junior. Krager's going to run it, goes left side. He's not going to have a ton of luck. as he's brought down. In on the tackle was Alan Mick. He's made some nice plays for Osborne defensively.
Because you tried to have that Trevor Briggs kind of lead the hole for him. 295-pound sophomore, number 56. And then, of course, Zach Shue is over there on the one guard, 198-pound senior, trying to lead the way. And Alex just didn't make much that time.
2nd down and 7. Krager looks for the call. He's going to step up to pass the ball. It's out in the flat. It's overthrown, intended for Hayes. On the coverage for Osborne was Parks Walters. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Hayes was open for that short pass. He just threw it a little bit too tall.
Yeah, that wasn't Wilt Chamberlain out there. Wasn't out there on a receiving deal. Or they're back from the 60s about the same time. Nick Pino played for K-State. He wasn't out there either.
3rd down and 7. Krager's going to throw it. Looking, he's under pressure. He's hit. He's dropped. In on the tackle, Shane Hendrickson leading the way for the Bulldogs. The 180-pound junior shot in there from his linebacker position. It's going to bring up 4th down and 13, a loss of 6 on the play.
He's had several tackles today, and they had 32 coming into this game. But they had a little blitz action going on there, a little blitz package coming there, tearing it through them on a different curve.
And now a punting situation for Hodgeman County. We'll see if Osborne comes after him here. Hayes is back to receive the snap. He gets it away. It's a high end-over-ender as Jubelaker's going to watch it bounce. He's going to pick it up off the bounce. Tries to spin near side. He's hit inside the 10 and will be brought down there. They'll mark him at the 8-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
just inside the 9. So Osborne gets it back with 8:21 to go in the first half.
About 4 or 5 of them Longhorns finally got him corralled there and stood him up and stopped old Ken Jubelaker on that play.
Joel Simon, the 200-pound senior, comes charging out to go to his left guard position. He'll line up right next to Hendrickson, who just made the sack, and will snap it back and offset eye left side. They're going to give it to LaRock up the middle, and he's not going to have much going at all. Culver in on the tackle, had a little bit of help coming up from his safety position from Washburn, a pickup of a couple on the play. It's 2nd and 8. Jake Tiernan, 4 for 5, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns so far in the ball game.
And of course, in defense, and they're bringing in Brendan Harms right now, number 42, is in there to maybe try to plug up this here right side of the defense.
Really a 5-man front right now for Hodgeman County and Jubelaker. Out across the 15 to the 16. Zach Shue on the tackle. Brendan Harms. He's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and a long 2 or 3, whichever way you want to dice it.
That's the most, the defensive set by the Longhorns generally will be a 5-1 set too, Jeremy, like you saw that last play you called that one out. They generally do have 5 guys, a 5-1 defense. Used to, and some of them looks like a 3-2, or the old Hodgeman days, or the Hanston Elks days would have been a 3-man front, 3-3 or 3-2.
They will stack up the line of scrimmage, and then Osborne draws them off sides.
Helped them out, didn't they?
David Nuss came in across the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be 5 yards, and more importantly, an automatic, well, not an automatic first down, but it is a first down because they needed less than 5 to make the first down. Out across the 20 to the 21, 7:03 to go. Osborne with a 16-0 lead.
And the Longhorn defensive key was to make them run inside, stop the deep pass, contain number 5 and 32.
There's a pitch to Jubelaker. He's looking for some blocks. He has some. Cuts it up and is going to be pushed out of bounds near the first down marker. I believe he has it. He picks up 10 on the play. It's very close. He might be just a little bit short. Official comes over here to the near side, looks across, and they might actually need to call for a measurement here. Nope, first down. And Osborne continues to balance out their attack. Jubelaker 28 yards, Tiernan 59 yards, LaRock 18 yards on the ground so far. 1st and 10. Tiernan's going to throw it. Has Jubelaker out there, steps up, throws it deep. Wide open is Walters, who makes the catch at the 19-yard line. Went to his knee and said, I'm going to make sure I bring this thing down.
First of all, let's just catch the ball and make sure he got a completed pass, which he did. Knee was already on the turf, so it's going to be first down and 10 to go from about the 19.5-yard line for the Osborne Bulldogs. And that's a great job, patience by that sophomore quarterback, Jake Tiernan, on that play.
Of course, they tell you not to throw across your body back over the middle, but when a guy's that wide open, I guess you can throw it across your body back over the middle.
He just did it.
First down and 10 Bulldogs. Out to Jubelaker. Gets a lead block, cuts it in, still on his feet, squirts ahead inside the 15. Crable's able to bring him down. And a pickup of 6 on the carry. It's going to bring up second down and 4.
Now Jake's over here having a father and son chit-chat on the next play they're going to call.
I was talking to Coach Tiernan earlier today and asked him what it's like with your son as the quarterback, and he said, well, he goes, it's pretty special. He goes, but it's twice as nerve-wracking too, because you're the coach and the father all at the same time. LaRock looking for his third touchdown, and he has it. He spins his way into the end zone from 14 yards out, and the Bulldogs lead it 22-0.
That's a quick hitter over that left guard by LaRock, but a great fake by Jake Tiernan. He handed the ball off so quick, and then he had with his hands still carried it all out. I think he fooled a lot of the Longhorns from Hodgeman County that he may have still had the ball. Great job by tough running by Maverick Locke up the middle, though.
They're looking for the 2-point conversion, kind of a pistol formation. Tiernan is going to look to the right, looks for the option, pitches it out to Jubelaker, who can't handle the pitch, and the ball goes out of the back of the end zone, so the 2-point conversion is no good. But with 5:35 to go in the first half, here is the third touchdown of the day by Maverick LaRock into the end zone. 22-0. The Bulldogs starting to flex their muscles, Larry.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough run. He's a tough kid, strong. 200-pound senior, 145 carries, 1,218 yards, 24 touchdowns coming in today's game just on the run. 20 receptions, 279 yards, and 2 touchdowns by the air. So now he's got 30 touchdowns for the year about.
Yeah, he's done himself all right. He's got 4 touchdowns through the air. He's got 25 on the ground on the season. So that Osborne offensive line, give them some credit too. They have been opening up some holes with Simon and Hendrickson and Berkeley in the trenches. Also Walters and Mick on the outside, and they have opened up some holes today.
They've done a great job, and of course that's what the Longhorns wanted to try to make them run inside, stop the deep pass, and contain number 5 Jubelaker and 32 LaRock.
There's a little bit of a squibber as Krager will take it, coming near side. He's going to be hit and dropped. Lance Hall in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Up to the 20-yard line. It'll be first and 10. They'll mark it at the 21 with 5.5 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Lance Hall is just on the kickoff team. Of course, is a 120-pound sophomore, number 20 for the Bulldogs.
Pretty exciting moment for these kids being able to play in a state title game. Krager going to give it up the middle, and Henning had a little bit of a gap, but Parks, Walters, and Jubelaker there for the tackle. A pickup of 4 on the play. Looked like that might go for more when it first
developed. He had a nice hole there for it on that left guard position, didn't for just a little bit, but it closed in a hurry, didn't it, Jeremy?
Yeah, it did. Good job by Walters coming in. Plays a cornerback position, really a glorified outside linebacker. Now they're going to give it up the middle again, and nothing going. To pick up a 1 on the play. An interior off defense for Osborne getting things done. Brant Walters, Alan Mick on the tackle, a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 4.
And most of the sets you're going to see for the Osborne Bulldogs nowadays, either 3-2 or sometimes they run a 4-3 defense. That time is in a 3-2. They want to remember the defensive keys for their victory is tackle the legs, read the keys, and do your job. Stay home, do your own job.
We'll see if they throw the ball. 3rd down and 4. Back to pass Krager. He's looking, steps up, he's going to be hit and dropped. No gain on the play. Mick in there. Also coming in was Berkeley and a host of other Bulldogs. Hendrickson there. It's 4th down, and you're almost to this point where you might start going for it.
Yep. But that's a great job, Alan Mick. He was the first one to get it on the tackle, that 150-pound senior. 71 tackles this year coming in, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and he showed you why, because he did a great job in there smelling that one out.
And Coach Tiernan talked about how his team, some of these guys are undersized. One of them's Alan Mick, but you can't measure the size of fight that they have in them. Hayes to punt this one away, and I'll bet Ubelaker is going to try and get under it. That thing's going to land out of bounds.
That's a good punt, though.
So they will see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line. So Osborne will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17. 3:39 to go in the first half, a 22-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Kyle Hayes did a good job. Number 32 had a good punt, a lot of air underneath the ball. Just went out of bounds a little bit on too much of an angle there, but it's a great job there. And now it's Osborne setting up on their own 17-yard line.
On 17, 1st down and 10. They will split 2 to the near side. It's Mick and LaRock. They're going to give it to Ubelaker up the middle. They're trying to spread that defense and then get a slice up the middle. It's not going to work. In on the tackle was Zek Shu for the Hodgeman County Longhorns. Pickup of 4 on the play.
Yeah, Zek Shu, he's been a pretty tough one for those 198-pound senior for the Jetmore Longhorns. 91 tackles through the year, and that's pretty good from defensive end position.
Want to talk about balance for the Bulldogs. 129 yards on the ground, 134 yards through the air. Shotgun formation. Tiernan's going to give it to Ubelaker. Breaks the tackle. He is fast. He gets nearly to midfield before Alex Krager brings him down at the 38-yard line. An 18-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Kind of shifty little runner. Does a good job. And he zigged and zagged and found his way down there for the 18-yard pickup. 1st down, move the sticks of zebras, and keeps them warm that way, don't it? Keep these zebras move.
Tell you what, I think they came dressed for the cold weather as well. I tell you, there's a huge crowd from Osborne on hand here. The home sides is completely full. The visitors are nearly full. LaRock again on the run. He is tough to bring down. He is inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards on 1st down.
Took 3 or 4 Longhorns just to bring him down, didn't it? Finally get him corralled, and then finally brought him down to the turf.
9 1st downs so far in this first half for Osborne. Hodgeman County with 4. One thing, Osborne doesn't waste any time. Once they get to the line of scrimmage, they snap the ball in a hurry. 2nd and 4. They're going to give it right side to Ubelaker. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I believe he's going to be just short. Krager and Crable on the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, that way they marked that ball. His knee hit just before he got the 1st down stick. So I got 3rd and less than 1.
Minute and a half to go in the first half. Osborne with 2 timeouts remaining. Clock is running. They lead 22-0. There's the give to Ubelaker. He has a 1st down and then some. Still on his feet. Boy, tough to bring down. Colt Washburn was doing everything he could to bring him down, but that's a gain all the way down to the 23-yard line, 10 yards and a 1st down for Osborne.
Yeah, it took Colt Washburn. Will Crable came in there, and of course Alex Krager took 3 of them to finally get him down to the turf.
Osborne still with plenty of time, 1:07 to go in the half. They would love to extend this lead. They will go back to the I formation, look for a possible play action. No, they're going to keep it with Tiernan. He goes up the middle, and he's brought down immediately on the play. Harms in there. Also Shu, a pickup of a couple. It's 2nd down and 8.
You got the 2 safeties back there, Alex Krager and Colt Washburn. And Krager's had 61 tackles for the year, 3 interceptions. Colt Worshman had 51 tackles, 7 interceptions.
2nd down and 8. And back to throw is Tiernan. He has people out there looking for Ubelaker. He's got it! Oh, what a catch by Kenton Ubelaker. Jake Tiernan picks himself up off the ground, and that touchdown is the 3rd passing touchdown of the game for Jake Tiernan. What a throw from the sophomore.
Great play call, too, because they faked that run, and then, of course, had good help by Maverick LaRock stayed back there and did some blocking, gave it just enough time for Ubelaker to finally get open, and a great leaping catch by him, and then just kind of fell in the end zone.
28-0 lead for the Bulldogs with 28 seconds to go in the half. Ubelaker in motion. They're going to do an inside handoff coming to Brant Walters, and he's going to be brought down, so the 2-point conversion is no good. But the Bulldogs still with a 28-0 lead. Larry Jansen, I'll tell you what, that young sophomore quarterback is showing something today. He has thrown some beautiful balls for Osborne. Right here you see him. Steps back, double coverage on Ubelaker, but he just beats the defense, and Tiernan threw it the only place where his guy could catch it, and Hodgeman County couldn't get to it.
A great job.
What do you do if you're the Longhorns right now? You're down 28-0. They need to find something because Osborne gets the ball to start the second half.
Well, and they just don't like to put the ball in the air. They like to have 3 yards in a cloud of dust, the little Hanston Elks and the Jetmar Longhorn type football. Because when the Kevin Ayers was still there, that's what he used to do too when they won some state championships back in 01 and 03. But now they're going to have to change their game plan. They get down 28-0. You know, you better have to spread it out. Going to use a pistol. He's might have split receivers one side. He's going to have to come back there and do some different ones, like the wing T and the flank. You might have to go to his pistol or the wildcat, whatever you want to call it.
Walters will have a little squibber, and Hodgeman County's going to get on it, and then Ubelaker blast.
Hello, here I am.
Shoe at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, Hodgeman County. And also, if you're the Longhorns here, you don't want to make a mistake late in this first half to give Osborne any more momentum.
So if you do go in the passing formation now, there's 3 things that can happen, either incomplete or intercepted. So you better hope that it's at least a completed pass because you need a little momentum for the Longhorns.
And we're going to have a timeout called by Osborne, so we'll keep it here with 25 seconds left to go. Again, another formation that they haven't seen, so instead of taking a chance, find out what you need to do to cover it up and go after it. So far, it's been a domination by Osborne. Hodgeman County had a chance to get right back in this football game early after Osborne fumbled on their going in for their potential second score. Hodgeman County got on it, drove all the way down. It spanned from the end of the first quarter to the second quarter. Then they fumbled. Then Osborne went the other way.
Got the momentum back, and then they punched it back in the other way, and so it's been like Katie bar the door.
Does today's weather affect these kids at all? It's colder than what they played for most of the season.
Yeah, I think right now the kids after playing, they're plenty warm, and they've had enough pads hitting pads and stuff like this and good contact. They're okay. It's the guys on the sideline that sits there for a while. You can see these kids out here on the sideline, got their hands in the pocket or any place. They'll try just staying warm. Now those guys, you go back in there the first time, I think that would be the trouble, huh?
Yeah, that could be dangerous. Morgan comes split to the near side. 1st down and 10. Krager's going to throw. Steps up. He's going to be hit and dropped. LaRock brings him down at the 25-yard line, and a timeout's going to be called with 18 seconds left to go. And Hodgeman County is going to take the timeout, so they're wanting to make something happen. Osborne with 1 timeout remaining. Hodgeman County now with 2. So Bulldogs ready for the pass play there, Larry, and they seem to be in the right place at the right time.
Well, they were disciplined. They stayed home. They did their own job. Maverick is right there in the middle linebacker position. Of course, played his nose guard, but I mean, he just kind of, as soon as the ball was snapped and saw his pass, he just dropped back about 5 yards and held his own. And it's probably the main key is just to watch the quarterback anyway.
Because Alex Krager, he gets a gap, he can go. He's ran for 1,700 yards on the season, 32 touchdowns, thrown for 640 yards and 7 touchdowns. So the young man knows how to find the end zone with his feet or with his arm.
And you see here comes Osborne. Look at the spread them out. They got twins to the left.
And it's going to be a little screen. This one coming to Crable. He's going to be hit and dropped. Brant Walters on the tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It is going to bring up 3rd down, and Matt Hausman says, fellas, let's go to the locker room. Well, he's going to call one timeout. He's going to call a timeout with 0.9 seconds left. So said, you know what? What do we got? What do we have to lose? Let's see if we can throw one up and score a point, or get a defensive penalty to make it a more reasonable.
Their second of the half. Please set the game clock to 2 seconds. 2 seconds, please.
They're going to set the game clock to 2 seconds. Hodgeman County is going to be back out on the field, so maybe they practice something. You always have a play in there, and if you're Hodgeman County, if you could score late here at the end of the half, that could make a big momentum shift.
Yeah, this would be one of those type plays where a lot of teams in the past try to catch you by surprise and hit the hook and ladder type play. You see a lot of teams do this in the year. I saw some of that even this year during the season, a little hook and ladder action. But Osborne's had 10 interceptions as a team, 4 of them by Kenton Ubelaker and 3 by Jake Tiernan, so they sniff out the ball pretty good.
Ubelaker is the deeper than the deepest man. Krager throws it up the field. It is going to be knocked away. Tiernan on the coverage, and the pass is incomplete. And we will go to halftime. The Osborne Bulldogs use a dominating first half. They will go into the locker room, Larry Jantz, with a 28-0 lead. And the Bulldogs looking pretty good.
Yeah, they just respond real well. They're beating the line up front. When you get to the 2 senior running backs like they have there, Kenton, Ubelaker, and then Maverick LaRock, they've been tough to stop, and they've proved that today.
Halftime score, Osborne 28, Hodgeman County nothing. It's the 8-man Division I state championship game on Smoky Hills Public Television. We'll be back with more on Smoky Hills Public Television right after this.
Presentation of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by MAP Incorporated, providing crop insurance to America's farmers and ranchers since 2000. You deserve the best. Midwest Ag Professionals, Crop Insurance, Jetmore. Osborne Parts and Equipment, your local Toro and Bush hog snowblower and lawnmower dealer. Proud supporter of Osborne Athletics. Best of luck at State. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace. 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. You deserve to live life pain-free. Every patient receives the individual attention they deserve at Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Visit phillipstherapy.net.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Washburn Project Management and Inspection, Jetmore. Hodgeman County Booster Club. AV Energy, Dodge City. Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Dodge City. Moore Buick Chevrolet, Osborne. Osborne Industries, Osborne. Farmers State Bank, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency. ADM Grain, Jetmore. Jetmore Food Center. The Farmers Bank, Osborne. Osborne County Schools. Hodgeman County Community Health Center and Clinics. Spearville Medical Clinic. Occupational Health Services, Danny and Stacy Briggs. Gerard's, Osborne. Pride Ag Resources, Jetmore and Hanston. USD 227, Hodgeman County Public Schools. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore. Deach and Hardman Law Office, Osborne.
This Weather Minute is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Fry Eye Associates of Garden City, Dr. Luther Fry, MD, Dr. William Clifford, MD, Dr. Eric Fry, MD, and Dr. Gloria Hopkins, OD, specializing in cataract surgery, refractive surgery, glaucoma and corneal disease, and eyelid surgery.
Glad you're with us. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin with your Smoky Hills Weather Minute. We have been tracking quite a bit of sunshine here in western Kansas. It looks like for Turkey Day, this theme continues. We do have a gradual warm up ahead, so temperatures are climbing. We're also looking to stay dry well into this weekend, so really no big storm systems to talk about. Could use some precipitation here to alleviate the drought, but looks like that's not going to be happening. We're locked under this dome of high pressure, just shutting down the threat of rain and snow for that matter. We don't really see much happening here in our futurecast, even through our Friday time frame. Now we look at our temperature trend. We do have a warm up, though, gradually happening here in western Kansas. So temperatures will actually continue to climb here through the end of the week. So we do anticipate temps to gradually increase. For example, tonight it's not going to be as cold as it has been. We'll drop down into the 20s, though, so still below freezing in Salina, down to 25 in Hayes. High temperatures reaching the 50s along with lots of sunshine. Now in Great Bend and Hutchinson, very similar temperatures are projected to start off our Thanksgiving Day, 20s, but our Thanksgiving afternoon temperatures will be reaching the 40s. So it's going to be on the cooler side, yes, but nothing too anomalous for this time of the year. Mid-20s for Garden City, down to 27 in Liberal. This is where we do have temperatures nosing in or closing in on the 50-degree mark, in the upper 40s perhaps in Liberal. Not quite as warm, though, farther to the north. 20 to 21 degree low temperatures tonight in Goodland, Hoxie. High temperatures reaching the 40s. Happy Thanksgiving.
This Weather Minute is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Scott County Hospital. After suffering chest pain, a heart attack, or undergoing bypass surgery, the Cardiac Rehabilitation Program provides individualized exercise and an education plan to get the patient back into shape and living the life they deserve. Your health is important to us. Scott County Hospital Cardiac Rehabilitation.
I'm Margaret Warner. For in-depth reporting on global events that affect your lives, as well as coverage of the top domestic news stories, tune in to the PBS NewsHour.
Presentation of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by Osborne Parts and Equipment, your local Toro and Bush hog snowblower and lawnmower dealer. Proud supporter of Osborne Athletics. Best of luck at State. You deserve to live life pain-free. Every patient receives the individual attention they deserve at Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Visit phillipstherapy.net. MAP Incorporated, providing crop insurance to America's farmers and ranchers since 2000. You deserve the best. Midwest Ag Professionals, Crop Insurance, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace. 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. Washburn Project Management and Inspection, Jetmore. Hodgeman County Booster Club. AV Energy, Dodge City. Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Dodge City. Moore Buick Chevrolet, Osborne. Osborne Industries, Osborne. Farmers State Bank, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency. ADM Grain, Jetmore. Jetmore Food Center. The Farmers Bank, Osborne. Osborne County Schools. Hodgeman County Community Health Center and Clinics. Spearville Medical Clinic. Occupational Health Services, Danny and Stacy Briggs. Gerard's, Osborne. Pride Ag Resources, Jetmore and Hanston. USD 227, Hodgeman County Public Schools. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore. Deach and Hardman Law Office, Osborne.
Welcome back to Newton Fisher Field, the 8-man Division I State Championship game. Jeremy McGuire with you. The Osborne Bulldogs with a 28-0 halftime lead, and they have been absolutely dominating in this ball game. Halftime stats will be brought to you by Anderson Reichert, Anderson CPAs of Osborne. You look at the stats, and not always do the halftime stats dictate how the game has gone, but today the halftime stats dictate how the game has gone. Hodgeman County with 93 yards of total offense. All of them on the ground, nothing through the air, 4 first downs. They turned it over on when they were about ready to go in for a score. Osborne, so balanced, so strong today. The Bulldogs, 156 yards through the air, 168 yards on the ground, 324 yards of total offense, 10 first downs. They also fumbled the football late going into the end zone and about ready to take a 2-touchdown lead in the first quarter. That was their turnover, but they did score 28 points. It is a 28-0 lead for the Osborne Bulldogs as we get ready to start the second half here on Smoky Hills Public Television. Halftime stats brought to you by Anderson CPAs of Osborne. Brendan Harms will tee it up for Hodgeman County, so you have to wonder if Hodgeman County is going to get things going here in the second half. Larry Jantz comes in. Glad you could join us for the second half.
Well, sure, absolutely. It's warm over there in the other press box.
It's an onside kick. Osborne's ready for it. It's loose, and Hodgeman County is on it. So the Longhorns get the first break here in the second half.
Crable.
They recover the onside kick, and it's going to be first down and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Will Crable got that there deflection and recovered that. Another 190-pound junior for the Longhorns, and that's just what the doctor prescribed. They need a little of that shot of medicine.
Well, we'll see if they can take advantage of it. First down and 10. Now Osborne's calling for a little defense. Krager's going to keep it as he goes left. He's going to be hit. Their ball's ripped out, and it's a fumble. It was stripped and recovered by Brant Walters. You saw him reach in there, Larry Jantz, and rip that thing out, and then it came right back to him. So another turnover on Hodgeman County, and it took one play to flip the momentum once again.
Unfortunately for the Longhorns.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. There's the pitch to Ubelaker. He spins. He's going to be hit. Culver in on the tackle as well as Cahoon. And it's second down and we'll call it 2nd and 5. Ubelaker, 69 yards rushing in the first half.
He gets a lot of them just by second effort, and it's kind of a spin, don't he? Huh?
Second down and 5. Osborne recovers their second fumble of the ball game. Offset eye. It's going to be a little cross buck to LaRock. He breaks the tackle. He's going to pick up 6 yards and a first down. Tell you what, you cannot dive at Maverick LaRock and expect to bring him down. You have to drive your feet through him, and first down on a 6-yard pickup.
He's going to make another 2 or 3 yards even after you hit him. Does a great job. Now we got old Kenton Ubelaker bringing the next play from old Steve Turnin. Him and old Cullen over here.
First down and 10. The ball at the 39-yard line. Osborne still with the ball in their territory. Ubelaker looking for some room. He is going to be brought down. He picks up 4 or 5 on the play. Hazen on the tackle for the Longhorns to pick up a 4. Saw one of the fans, or heard one of the fans down below saying, "Nice job, O-line, nice job." And we mentioned it in the first half, Larry. They're firing off the football and opening up some holes, and it continues here in the second half.
And that's always a key for anybody is that, you didn't need to control the line of scrimmage, and they're doing a good job of it right now.
Ubelaker in motion. It's LaRock again. LaRock on the run. He's going to have himself a first down to the 26-yard line. Pickup of 11 and a first down.
Well, he's a load to bring down, and they're finding out that 200-pound senior, and he runs like a bull in a china closet.
LaRock, 10 carries, 55 yards. Jake Tiernan, 4 carries, 61 yards. Kitten Jubelaker, 13 carries, 78 yards. The Bulldog balance is pretty phenomenal so far in this ball game. Hodgeman County has not had an answer defensively or offensively. First down and 10 from the 26. Jubelaker, a little counter action, goes the other way. Going to be brought down. Krager in on the tackle down at the 21-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards.
Well, the lineman moved them off they had 3 yards made just by the lineman moving the defensive guys back, and then Jubelaker made the extra 2 or 3 on his own. So now it brings up second, maybe a long 4. But like you said, the Lions did a great job. I was focusing on them that last series right there, and they just blew them off the ball. And that's what you got to do. Offensive key is, of course, no turnovers, limit the penalty, and of course block to the whistle. And I think they're doing that.
Osborne has been able to run on the interior, on the exterior, wherever they wanted to. LaRock again as he twists inside the 10. He's down to the 7-yard line.
And a touchdown saving tackle there by Colt Rogers, number 8, 155-pound junior. 51 tackles on the year, 7 interceptions by Colt Osborne, and 1 fumble recovery. But thank God he caught part of tripped up old Maverick, because he was on a roll.
First down and goal from the 7-yard line. Osborne knocking on the door again. Give it to LaRock again. He's going to pick up 5 down to the 2. Tell you what, I think when he gets first contact, that gives him even more momentum. He just chugs even harder.
He's a tough kid. Of course, his grandpa, he's passed away now, but Gary LaRock had that Gary's Western store down in Plainville. Well, it's a lot of people might know her in that neighborhood up around Osborne. And now his dad's Wes LaRock, played for the Plainville team years ago.
Second down and goal from the 2. Jubelaker looking for a score. He's hit, and he's going to be brought down just short of the goal line. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal. And Hodgeman County might be having a goal line stand for their season right now.
That's true. Absolutely true. I mean, there's the length of the football from getting in for another touchdown and go up to about 34 to nothing if they can punch this in.
Bulldogs lead at 28-0, 7:43 to go. In the 3rd quarter, LaRock leans in. He is in for the touchdown. Maverick LaRock scores his 4th touchdown of the ball game. It was 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Osborne on top by a score of 34-0. Young man's pretty good.
Yeah, he's kind of showing what is the muscle there. But I mean, you take a 200-pound guy and you give him just 3-yard start time. Old Jake Tiernan gives him the ball. It's pretty tough to keep him out there from making a few yards.
Looking to get the 2-point conversion here with 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Have a 34-point lead. There's a pitch. Jubelaker going to throw it into the end zone. Mick is open. He makes the catch, and the 2-point conversion is good. He held on after he got hit pretty hard by Krager. Boy, Mick took a shot there.
Yeah, he did.
But you concentrate on the football. You realize you're probably going to get hit. You bring it in. And it's 36-0 Bulldogs. And again, Hodgeman County finds themselves in a heap of trouble right now.
And Kitten Jubelaker's got a pass reception. I mean, a completed pass.
It's his 2nd one.
Yeah, all year. He had one early in the year, didn't he?
Young man can throw the football as well as run it. But, you get to this point of the season and you use what works for you. So, why are you throwing it with a halfback? Well, what are you going to use it for next game?
Yeah.
you got to
You remember you and Tiernan had that conversation in pregame today. He said, well, we're just going to do what got us here, I mean, why change anything now? We've done what we've done there for the last 12 games. So we're just going to keep on doing what we've done. Huh?
Why not change it? You've won 12 games doing that. Of course, Steve Tiernan, the former head coach at Baileyville B&B, had a lot of success there his last year there in 2010. They won a state title. Moves to Osborne, a team that hadn't been in the state championship game since 1983, the only one they've ever been in.
And they won it.
That's going to be a short kickoff. It's going to be taken by Shue. He's going to be hit and brought down. He nearly fumbled that one away, and they're going to mark it at the 25-yard line. Zach Shue on the return got popped, lost it for a second, but was able to bring it back in. First down and 10 for Hodgeman County at their own 25-yard line.
Shue's 190 pounds, 198-pound senior. Done a great job in the line for them all year long. Kind of plays mostly left or right center. They flip-flop the lines from time to time, but he's playing right guard this time.
So first down and 10 for Hodgeman County. They have not been able to rip off much so far today, and nothing going there. Hendrickson on the tackle. I'll tell you, a young man who's had a great game is Brant Walters. He was underneath as well, and he has made a big impact on this Osborne defense.
He's a leading tackler for the whole team. He had 112 tackles all year long, 3 fumble recoveries. He's a leading tackler, and he's the most improved player on the team, Coach said, too. That's the biggest surprise to him that Brant Walters has been that.
Back to pass, Krager. Looks out. It is tipped away. Walters out there on the coverage. Yep. Hendrickson on the coverage. They knock it away. The intended receiver was Colt Washburn. It's 3rd down and 8.
And that was a great job there by the linebacker, Brant Walters, that just retreated back enough there. There's 2 of them in the area, but he's the one who knocked it down. Did a great job.
3rd down and 8. Hodgeman County needing some yards and some points. They will go shotgun formation, empty backfield. Krager to throw. Down the field, has a man out there a little bit too long, intended for Morgan, incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 8. So now Hodgeman County with the decision to make. Do you punt the football or do you go for it? It looks like they're gonna punt the football, I believe. You're bringing Briggs off the field, who's the normal center. And they're going to snap this one away. Colt Washburn will snap it. Osborne has to be aware of the fake. The wind coming out of the northeast now here at Fisher Field in Newton. There's a snap back. Hayes gets a nice kick away. High one. Jubelaker watches it bounce and kicks into the end zone, so Osborne will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 15-yard line. But Hodgeman County had the ball for less than a minute, Larry Jantz.
I know.
And Osborne gets it right back.
They got to sustain some drives, and that didn't happen then. Of course, you get a couple pass deflections in there. And their first, they just got to sustain more of an offensive deal, and they're not winning the line of scrimmage.
No, not a bit. Osborne's been winning the line of scrimmage since the first snap of the football. Single setback, now Jubelaker in motion. They're going to hand it up the middle to LaRock. He's hit. That's a nice job that time by Shue as he blasted in there, stood LaRock up, and got some help from his teammates to push him back. No gain on the play, a loss of actually about a half a yard.
That's one of the few times that they've been able to stop Maverick LaRock all day.
LaRock 37 yards rushing here in this second half. 75 for the game.
And Coach
he has a couple touchdown runs, a couple touchdown catches. Now he's in motion. Look for that flare pass. There it is. It's going to be Jubelaker. He's on the run. He's going to have a 1st down. Is brought down across the 25 up to the 26-yard line, and that was actually a run on the play because the pass was thrown backwards. So a pickup of 12 yards and a 1st down for Osborne.
Coach Stiernan told me earlier, he said the biggest surprise all year long from last season to this year in the weight room, classroom, and leader by example has been Maverick LaRock of all his team. That's what he said.
You can most definitely tell. 1st down and 10, shotgun for Tiernan. Jubelaker in motion. They're going to give it to him on a little jet sweep. He's going to get up to the 30-yard line, picks up 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
A little deception in there, wasn't there?
Jubelaker 17 carries, 99 yards today. They just keep plugging away.
You're seeing a lot of dives and a lot of counters. You see some bootlegs and quarterback keepers a little bit by the Osborne. They mix it up a little bit from the pro option and pistol.
They're going to give it to LaRock up the middle. He's tripped up. Nice job that time. Briggs with the tackle. for Hodgeman County, a pickup of 2 for LaRock. 3rd down and 5. Osborne hasn't had to punt the football yet today.
That's right.
The only time they didn't score, or they didn't score touchdowns, when they fumbled it. 3rd down and 5. Jubelaker in motion.
Oh, they found the
ball is fumbled. Hodgeman County, did they get on it? They did. The Longhorns recover it. Tiernan came out either a little bit early, didn't get the football, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns with 4:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. A big play for Hodgeman County, and a chance for them again to try and make a play. As you see the ball on the ground right there.
Yeah, in the center, he's lunging out to try to make his block, snaps the ball, and quarterback goes a little early. Well, then you get that little hiccup right in between there, and the ball squirts out. Hodgeman's got it.
1st down and 10. That's going to be a false start or illegal formation. False start.
Offense, 5 yards, replay, 1st down.
3 penalties, 15 yards, and so you get something to help you out, and then you hurt yourself with a penalty. 1st down and 15. The ball spotted just outside the 36-yard line. 4:34 to go. Great to have you along for Championship Saturday on Smoky Hills Public Television. They're going to option it. A nice option. Washburn cuts it back, and he gets 4 out of those 5 penalty yards back. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. So Hodgeman County does get the ball to the edge, but the Bulldogs there to push it back towards the middle.
It was a great job, though, by Colin Berkeley and Osborne defense to keep him inside the tackles or the ends like that, so they wouldn't let a Colt roast, because if he gets outside loose, he's fast, he's dangerous when he gets the speed.
2nd and 11. There's the pitch to Washburn. Couldn't handle the pitch right away, but is able to pick up 5 more yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Some good blocking downfield by the Hodgeman County offensive line. 3rd down and 6.
He wanted to go outside, though, and of course, the defensive end on that side, Alan Mick and the boys, kept him from going outside, didn't they, Jeremy, and had to cut it back up inside.
That is extremely important when you have a speedy backfield, that you keep them from getting to the edge. You feed them back to where your defense is coming from. 3rd down and 6. They're going to pitch it. The ball's on the ground. I think Osborne's on it. I think the Bulldogs have the football. Well, they're going to say 4th down. It looked like Osborne might have been there to recover that, but it is going to bring up 4th down and 5. So Henning picks up 1, and that is the 2nd time on consecutive plays that Hodgeman County has run the pitch play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. But they bobbled the pitch both times.
Well, I think the running back's looking at where he's going to be going, and instead of watching the ball come in there, make sure he cuts it in his own grip, in his own hands, and not so much the quarterback's fault.
They're going to throw it. Krager looking, has a man, but it's tipped and incomplete. Boy, great coverage by Osborne. Parks Walters was there. Yep. Brant Walters was there. Jubelaker was over the top. I don't think there's any way you fit that pass in there. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for Osborne.
Parks Walters is the one mainly did the good job, because he kept that pass from getting in there. 135-pound junior. He's had 1 interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and 65 tackles for the year. And then, of course, you said, like Kenton Jubelaker, 180-pound senior, was in there to pick up any of the garbage. He's had 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, 104 tackles, 2nd leading tackler on the whole team for the Osborne Bulldogs this year.
1st and 10 for Osborne. 2:34 to go, 3rd quarter. They will split things out. Mick to the far side. He's going to have a false start.
Yes, they are.
2nd penalty of the ball game against Osborne. The first one was an offsides. It was a half the distance to the goal. This one's a 5-yard penalty, so a total of 9 yards in penalties on the Bulldogs. And you don't like any penalties, but 9 yards, I think you could handle that if you're a head coach.
Well, he said no turnovers, limit the penalties, and block to the whistle. Well, a couple of them just a couple little hiccups on them.
There's a handoff in the backfield, and that play is blown up immediately. Ubelaker is going to lose 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 18.
That hasn't happened much today.
No, it hasn't.
Back to the 18-yard line.
2nd down and 18 for Osborne.
2nd and 18.
I wonder what pass play they're going to have now.
Ubelaker in motion. They're going to pitch it to him, looking for a lead block from LaRock. They have it. Ubelaker on the run. Look out. He's at midfield. He is going to go. Ubelaker at the 10, 5, touchdown. There are no flags on the play, and the Bulldogs strike big again. This time, they roll that baby from 62 yards out.
That was an incredible run. A great blocking scheme there, too. And I mean, they just did a great job. Send him in motion and then give a pitch out to him.
So Ubelaker with his 2nd touchdown. This one from 62 yards away. And with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's 42-0 Bulldogs. Looking for the 2-point conversion. Ubelaker spreads to the far side. They're going to throw it. Looking. Tiernan still looking. He's going to try and throw it, but got hit. Keeps the ball, and he seems to be okay. And good sportsmanship as Carson Cahoon helps him up. But that's a situation right there where you could get hurt. But look right here. Ubelaker gets a nice kick-out block from LaRock. And LaRock knew it as soon as he got that kick-out block that Kenton Ubelaker was gone. His 25th rushing touchdown. And it is 42-0, and Osborne just continues to roll.
180-pound senior. And, you know, he's even 163 carries this year for 1,371 yards coming into this game. And like you said, 24 touchdowns, now giving 25 for rushing. And, of course, he had 7 touchdowns by the air, catching 34 passes for almost 500 yards. So, great job, great talent, great backfield. It's a good 1-2 combination having Maverick, LaRock, and Kenton Ubelaker back there, isn't it?
You could say that. Now Osborne will kick off as Walters will tee it up again.
Brandt's going to just squib kick it.
And Osborne looking to get on the ball at Crable. Gets after it. Kenton Ubelaker was not slowing down a bit. He was like a missile going towards that football.
Yeah, he was.
And Will Crable says, oh my, gets on it, covers himself up, because if he would have tried to run that one, he would have got blasted. So 1st down and 10, Hodgeman County. They have the ball at their own 28-yard line. 1:48 to go 3rd quarter. It's a 42-0 lead for the Bulldogs. There's a pitch out. Washburn looking for some space. He's going to get across the 30.
It's a good gain.
And brought down at the 34-yard line, a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4.
Kind of looked like student body left. Had a couple leading interference blockers for him. Just turn around and pitch to him and see what we can get. Now you got 34. Kind of seems to be injured out there. Of course, you know, little Kelby Culver, 168-pound senior, kind of limping off, they're favoring it.
They help him off the field, and
he's been a great lead blocker for these other backs.
This time it's Krager. He's got some running room. Look out. Alex Krager comes near side. He is inside the 10 and the first score of the game for the Hodgeman County Longhorns.
A little quarterback keeper, a little counter for the quarterback, and everybody bet on the fake, and he goes all the way. Great run. Great job by Alex Krager. He showed you some of the speed he's been having all year long up to this point.
46-yard touchdown run. And Hodgeman County really, really needed that.
Absolutely.
And that is probably an understatement even at that point.
He's had 204 carries this year for 1,783 yards, 32 touchdowns, and add one more to it, 33 touchdowns for the year. That's incredible.
42-6 is the score, looking for the 2-pointer. They pitch it out to Washburn. No problems getting to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. With the 1:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Osborne 42, Hodgeman County 8 on a nifty 46-yard touchdown run right here from Krager, and he was gone at that point. Our scoreboard brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Know they're excited about that one, getting their home team into the end zone.
Absolutely.
Well, 42-8 changes the dynamics of the game a little bit. Hodgeman County back on it, and you got to figure they're going to lead looking for that onside kick again. They are going to need possessions to get back in this game.
Yeah, they're going to hope that hit somebody's leg again and recover fumble like they did earlier in the game, and so they can kind of keep the ball rolling because they need to score some points.
And you have to figure Osborne's going to be playing it up close, looking for that onside kick. Bulldogs with 4 guys right at the midfield stripe. Here comes the onside kick, and Brant Walters. He's a heady football player.
He is.
He caught that ball off the bounce, turned his shoulders, and dropped immediately, so he didn't get drilled. This is now 1st down and 10 for Osborne. They're throwing 38-yard line.
Well, this is a smart play to keep, it's a live ball, and so if that thing goes 10 yards, it's anybody's. And, of course, Brant Walters, like you mentioned, did a great job. Another little I formation.
And they're going to give it to LaRock again. Maverick LaRock. Boy, hanging on for dear life was Alex Krager. All the way down to the 30-yard line. He picks up 12.
And he's a little slow getting up trying to make that tackle, and I would be too trying to tackle him. I feel your pain, Alex. I feel your pain. Trying to walk it off, though, isn't he, Jeremy?
Yeah, they need him on the field.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Little Maverick just about broke his tackle and just about went there. He's limping pretty hard. Alex Krager probably should have taken him out of the game for a snap or two.
And they're going to be a keeper for Tiernan. He gets to the edge, but Kyle Hayes brings him down before he's able to get too far. Pick up of 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Alex is still kind of favoring that leg. He's kind of gimpy back there in the backfield. There's a little defensive safety, one of the 2 for the Longhorns. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yep, we played 3 quarters from Fisher Field and Newton. The clock winds down. The Bulldogs hold their hands up with the 4, looking to finish this off in the 4th quarter. After 3 quarters, Osborne 42, Hodgeman County 8. We're back after this timeout. You're watching the 8-man Division I state championship game on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Presentation of the 8-man Division I state football championship is brought to you in part by You Deserve to Live Life Pain-Free. Every patient receives the individual attention they deserve at Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. Visit phillipstherapy.net.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Osborne Parts and Equipment, your local Toro and Bush hog snowblower and lawnmower dealer. Proud supporter of Osborne Athletics. Best of luck at State. American Lodge and Suites in Heston, offering a welcoming lobby with fireplace, 42 rooms including jacuzzi suites, indoor pool and spa, continental breakfast, and meeting room. American Lodge and Suites in Heston. Welcome to the end of the day. MAP Incorporated, providing crop insurance to America's farmers and ranchers since 2000. You deserve the best. Midwest Ag Professionals, Crop Insurance, Jetmore. Washburn Project Management and Inspection, Jetmore. Hodgeman County Booster Club. AV Energy, Dodge City. Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Dodge City. Moore Buick Chevrolet, Osborne. Osborne Industries, Osborne. Farmer State Bank, Hanston State Bank, Hanston Insurance Agency. ADM Grain, Jetmore. Jetmore Food Center. The Farmers Bank, Osborne. Osborne County Schools. Hodgeman County Community Health Center and Clinics. Spearville Medical Clinic. Occupational Health Services, Danny and Stacy Briggs. Gerard's, Osborne. Pride Ag Resources, Jetmore and Hanston. USD 227, Hodgeman County Public Schools. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore. Deach and Hardman Law Office, Osborne.
Back in Newton, Osborne will face a 3rd down and 7. Here as we start the 4th quarter, Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz, 42-8. Bulldogs in front, driving again at the Hodgeman County 27-yard line.
Yeah, here they come up. Got a little split. Got Jubelaker split out, and he's going in motion.
And a flag on the play. It's going to be another false start on the Bulldogs.
Bring up about a third and about a 12, about a 3rd and 12 coming up, huh?
3rd down and 12. I'll bet they throw the ball here.
You think? I'd say a play action pass coming our way.
Jake Tiernan spent 8 years hopping the bus, going to Baileyville to practice with his dad. Comes to Osborne, looking to quarterback a state championship team. They're going to throw it. It's a screen, and it's knocked down. A nice play in the middle by Zach Shue. It's going to bring up 4th down, and a likely punting situation for Osborne, but we'll see.
They sure had that set up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Just didn't put enough loft on it.
Well, he's going to call timeout. Think about it.
Timeout for the Bulldogs. 4th down and 12 with 11:06 to go.
I think he likes the idea that we're only down there in about their 32-yard line, so we're on their side of the field. Let's just see what we might have in the old bag of tricks here.
Yeah, you got to figure that the mastermind, Steve Tiernan, is drawing something up. He's down there in the huddle right now talking to his guys about it. You can kind of see right over Maverick Rock's right shoulder pad, and he's got something designed.
Well, right before they called timeout, though, he was looking at his clipboard, for all the different options. He probably had, okay, what's some of my special situation plays? Is it a hook and a ladder? Is another screen to the flat screen, in the flat area? So here we go. Look at here.
4th down and 12. They're going for it. Tiernan to throw it. Looking. Ubelaker's open. He's got it. Inside the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, what a beautiful design to draw the defense all the way over to one side. Ubelaker sneaks over a crossing pattern the other way, and it is the 4th touchdown pass of the game for Jake Tiernan from 32 yards out.
What in the world's that Steve Tiernan doing down there like that, drawing them kind of plays up like that?
I think he is.
He figured that there.
I think he's figuring a few things out.
Just in an old Maverick in motion. And a quick
pitch it to Ubelaker. He's in for the 2-point conversion. So with 10:58 to go in the 4th quarter, Osborne extends their lead back to 42. 50 for the Bulldogs. 8 for the Longhorns, and another touchdown strike from Jake Tiernan, this time to Ubelaker. Wide open over the middle, a beautiful pass, and Ubelaker cruises into the end zone. And I've been really, really impressed with this Osborne Bulldog team today.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, for the whole year, they scored 704 points in 12 games. That's an average of 58.6 points per game, and you can see why. Their per game rushing is 285 yards. And they have 126 yards passing. So, it's about 3 to 1 run versus pass. But they're rushing. They had over 3,400 yards rushing for the whole year, averaged 7.92 yards every carry. The longest one prior to this game was 72 yards. They've had over 1,500 yards passing, 102 completions. They've had real good success today. The average is almost 14.8 yards per catch.
Walters will put that one in the air. It's a high end over ender taken at the 3. Krager to the outside, breaks one tackle, still on his feet, cuts it back.
Shifty.
Still going, is going to be hit hard and brought down. And Maverick Rock in on the play. Good sportsmanship as he helps Krager up off the ground. And it'll be 1st down and 10, Hodgeman County at their own 22-yard line.
Krager's gutting it out because I'll tell you what, he's hurting. He was hurting from a few plays before, and then all of a sudden Maverick Rock gets you, I'd be hurting too.
1st down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Hodgeman County has to find an answer. Washburn cuts it back, adds some running room. Parks Walters, Brant Walters in on the tackle.
Good 4 or 5 yards by old Colt. That's a good job. Little student body left. He'll turn around, pitch it, and have a couple lead blockers, quarterback and of course 34. Been old Kelby Culver, lead blocker. He's been doing that all year long.
He went out injured earlier in this half.
Yes, he did.
Can't come back in, taped up, ready to go. He gets another lead
Good block right there.
And now Washburn tries to cut it back, and that is not going to work.
Colin Berkeley says, no, ain't going any further, buddy.
Can't do that.
Nope, not on my end.
A couple on the play, 3rd down and 7.
And Colin said, let me show you. I had 14 tackles, 1 fumble recovery this year, 180-pound senior. Colin Berkeley on that tackle.
Officials
helmet
stop
equipment
play
repair.
for equipment. Alan Mick is ready to go, so they're going to play 3rd down and 7. Hodgeman County with a big hole.
3-2 defense there by the Osborne Bulldogs, but they've been playing the majority of the game today.
Krager goes the other way. He's going to pick up a couple on the play. Back to 4th down and 5. And minus his 46-yard touchdown run, he has been held in check today.
Yes, he had.
16 carries, 75 yards, and a score. And they're going to go back to punt the football away.
Yeah, Kyle Hayes is deep back there to punt the ball away, 32.
They snap it back, and Hayes will punt it. Boy, that's a tough one off the side of his foot, way out of bounds. And into the wind. Those are really difficult. And field position is going to be at the 39-yard line. So at 9:03 to go, Osborne with the 42-point lead. They get a score here. This ball game will be over.
Yes, and you know that's what they intend to do.
So you want to send these seniors out in a classy way. Maverick LaRock, Kenton Ubelaker, Alan Mick, Joel Simon, Colin Berkeley. Some guys. There's LaRock. He's on the run. He's going to be close to a 1st down. Picks up 9 yards. 2nd down and 1.
And I'll tell you what, you see that there's Alex Krager. He just hardly can get up and walk. They need to take him out of the game, I think. I mean, he's playing hurt, but shows a lot of guts. You don't want to quit, but he needs to go out.
And the officials had to blow the play, had to stop the clock, and Krager will come off, and Morgan will come back in.
Yeah, Tyler
He's
Morgan.
been in on offense, first shot at defense.
Yeah.
Now if you're Steve Tiernan, do you go for the kill right here and take it after the safety who just came into the ball game?
Absolutely.
2nd down and 1. Double tight end set for the Bulldogs. They're going to give it to LaRock. He's going to keep
Look
going.
at him go.
He's still going inside the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line to pick up 12 yards and another Bulldog 1st down.
They can feel it right now. He knows he's controlling it. His line's doing a great job, and he knows he's making another 5, 6, 7, 8 yards after he's been hit the first time. So incredible job by Maverick LaRock.
50-8 Osborne. Our scoreboard brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center, serving Ford and Hodgeman County. 1st down and 10 from the 18. Right side, Ubelaker's wrapped up for a second, and then pinballs off of Briggs and Harms, and is brought down inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. He picks up 5.
Yeah, the Jetmer Longhorns just run into a buzzsaw today. They've been pretty stingy all year long on defense, you know, Jeremy. They only allowed 158 points in their 12 games. That's an average of 13.1 points per game, and been pretty stingy until these Osborne Bulldogs got them today.
They are, the way Osborne is clicking on all cylinders today and taking nothing away from Hodgeman County. They've had a great season, but boy, today Osborne running hard. LaRock into the end zone. This ball game is over. Osborne, congratulate your state champions. 56-8, the Bulldogs win it by 48 points. Larry Jantz, Maverick LaRock with one heck of a ball game. He scores his 5th touchdown, and that ends it, and Osborne wins their first state championship since 1983.
And they did it, and they did it very emphatically.
Man, that is an understatement. Very emphatically. That one was from 13 yards out. LaRock finishes the game. 20 carries, 128 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, or make that 3 rushing touchdowns. He had 2 receiving touchdowns. This is a game that he's going to remember for the rest of his life.
And I just got through seeing while you were saying that there, Jeremy. I mean, Cullen, Reiner, and of course Kenny Ublaker and Steve Turner, and all 3 of them kind of mutually hugged all 3 of them to end up with like a 30-year wait. Well worth it.
I tell you what, it makes it pretty sweet when you can win it. You know, no matter how you win it. Obviously, you like to see close ball games, but boy, Osborne today just poured it on, and you know they have all the rights to be completely excited about their team coming out and getting this win because they are state champs. And a lot of other teams would like to be here, like the Bulldogs are today. And the Hodgeman County Longhorns in their season at 12-1. Osborne, a perfect 13-0, state champions, and you know, it's a mark in history for this school.
That was a great job, and I was just watching Wes LaRock hug his son, and being on the state championship team years ago at Plainville when he was a kid. Now gets to hug his son in Osborne Bulldog country, and great excitement on this side, and nothing to be ashamed of on the other side. 12-0 coming in here. Something had to give today.
Yeah.
Either the stingy defense is going to prevail, and Hodgeman County is going to hang in there, or it's going to happen the other way. So,
and they go out to present Hodgeman County with their state runner-up trophy. So, first time in school history, as far as the combined schools of Hodgeman County, that they are in the state championship game. So, a new history started for this school as well. You know, you don't win it, you can't win them all. Doesn't make it feel any better right now if you're a Hodgeman County Longhorn, but a great start to what could be a pretty dominating club.
I'll guarantee you can remember those Sports Illustrated magazines there way back when they had Jetmore and Hanston Elks and all the success they were having in Division I, Division II football, remember? And now they're just, like you said, starting a new legacy right there. And so now you got Matt Hausman doing a good job, Oliver Salmons, Mason Salmons is coaching, the brain trust for them. They'll be back. They had a young team that way. And they're going to take it a little hard right now, but they don't have anything to be ashamed of.
No, nothing at all. Can you tell those young men are excited right now?
Yes, they are.
And you see that state championship trophy being hoisted up. You see the Osborne fans. I mean, you see it right there. Kansas State High School Activities Association state champions, the Osborne Bulldogs. First time since 1983. This one in a little bit more blowout fashion. 83, they won 12-6 in overtime over St. Mary's. Well, in 2013, they win 56-8 and dominating 13-0. And Steve Tiernan, tell you what, that man can coach some football.
Well, they won, when he was assistant coach down at Liberal C, they won 4 of them back in the 90s. Under Gary Cornelson, he was assistant coach, but he was on the staff. They won 4 state championships there. Then he won up there, of course, at Baileyville. And he got them started with what they've done. Left there in 2010 to come to Osborne. And some might say it's taken 3 years to kind of get them in here in 8-man football, because they used to be 11-man in the old Mid-Continent League. Now they're, of course, in the Northern Plains League, which is a combination, of course, the Cheyenne League and the Pike Valley League, and up there with Rock Hills, who was in the state championship game a year ago, you know. So it's pretty tough league, and Tiernan is extremely well coached, does an incredible job, and hats off to those Osborne Bulldogs today and all their fan base here and stand here. They've waited a long time, like you said, 30 years for this.
In Hodgeman County, in today's game, we knew it was important for them to stay close, get up early, because like you said many times, it's a 3 yards and a cloud of dust type of offense. And when they had to start playing from behind, I think it really hurt their game. I think they tried to press maybe more so than they normally do, and they just could never get on track offensively today.
Well, it's just a different game plan. I mean, they're not used to throwing the ball as much as they had to today. When you get that far behind, it's just not their strategy, like you mentioned. But Zach Shue, and he was the leader on the defense. He'd lead and tackle the whole team, and they tried to have him keep Ubelaker and let Maverick LaRock running inside, and it just didn't happen. I mean, they just kept breaking tackles after tackles and tried to get to the outside and made things happen, and so that's the reason why Osborne prevailed.
Taking a look at the numbers from the ball game unofficially, Osborne 16 first downs, 354 yards on the ground, 188 yards through the air, 542 yards of total offense today for the Bulldogs. Jake Tiernan, I mean, absolutely fantastic game. Sophomore quarterback, as he was 7 for 8, 188 yards, 4 touchdowns. They did lose 2 fumbles, 3 penalties for 14 yards. Hodgeman County, on the other hand, 4 first downs, 162 rushing yards, nothing through the air. They lost 2 fumbles and 3 penalties for 15 yards. And if somebody didn't see the score, which final was 56-8, they just covered the names up and looked at the stats. They go, whoa, Osborne Bulldogs rolled in this one, it looks like. And they just took advantage of everything they needed to.
Yeah, they're getting ready here to take their team pictures and celebrate.
And Cullen Reiner can go put some
long pants on.
Yeah, no kidding. Those
maybe
shorts.
Warm-ups.
Possibly. He was the head coach at Osborne for a while until Coach Tiernan showed up, and everybody worked together to get to this point. It's not just Steve Tiernan. It's not just Maverick LaRock. It's an entire team, and at this level, it's an entire town coming together.
Yes, it is. And they were a long time old Mid-Continent League, and now they're in that new league with 8-man, the Northern Plains League, and they just did a great job. And hats off to the whole Bulldog Nation up there in Osborne.
The Bulldogs win it, and you got to feel for Hodgeman County losing the final game like this, but give them credit. A heck of a season as the Longhorns finished 12-1. The Bulldogs 13-0, and they are state champs. Special thanks to everybody who made today's broadcast possible. Everybody in the truck, on the cameras, freezing their rear ends off today because it was cold. And also special thanks to Larry Jantz. This is Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Newton, your 8-man Division I state champion, the Osborne Bulldogs.
Presentation of the 8